Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So today, what I'm going to be doing is doing some politics. I won't be talking over Fox News. I will be talking with Fox News. I will be giving my opinion on what they're saying, not a critic's opinion, but I will be adding my 1 cent on. I always do this. This is normalized. For those who watch me, you know that I give my opinion on, what Fox News is talking about. So let's get started. I will open up a YouTube browser. Uh, Here we go. And then we'll cool down, with real estate. But that's where I was born at Fort Fort Greater Southeast Hospital in Washington, D.C. But I lived somewhat most of my life in Oxon Hill, Maryland. So I was so happy to hear that he was in Oxon Hill, Maryland on a Saturday. I'm like, he going to my hometown. Woohoo! Talking about the cartels. See, what I want to know is what are you going to do, Donald Trump, about the corruptness? You are doing something. So I'll just, with going on within, the internalized court system that's allowing them to get out and allowing them to have freedom rights to get out and do the same crimes over and kill multiple people over again. I don't want the same thing to happen over again. They actually have code words for them that are allowing them to escape ICE. I mean, why would you help criminals that are killing women and killing men too, and killing children? Gangs are fighting and killing children. It's just not right. Will he ever get acknowledged for that or get questioned about that ever again? I don't think so. But will he be in the background still watching people like me and Republicans who advocate with Trump? Yes. I think it's unfair and it's wrong. before she go any further, even if you don't die from fentanyl, you develop uh you develop a sense of, I don't know what it's called. You basically develop what they say, like you get away with it. Okay, so you don't die. Let's say I don't know the word for it, but let's say you don't die. There's been so many cases in Baltimore where people were using fentanyl. It was definitely a crisis in Baltimore back in 2016, 17. And people were just standing out on the street, just dozing off with purses and all. And these people were on heroin. And then they graduated to fentanyl when fentanyl was readily available. And they died. You develop a tolerance. You develop a tolerance for fentanyl, but you ultimately end up overdosing. You ultimately end up overdosing. These poor teens had no fighting chance. It breaks down your body. It's not meant to use for recreational use. It's meant for surgeries. They had middle schools. Imagine your child going to school just to use fentanyl. What are the teachers doing about this? They're on school property using fentanyl. Where's the security? They don't care. They're not getting a hefty paycheck. They stay out of that type stuff. Well, if y'all don't know, I went to Boston. I had hell to pay in Boston. I was homeless. Like everywhere I went, it was hell. But guess where Boston was located and why I was going to Boston? There was this lady that said, "Come to Boston. We have a shelter in Martha's Vineyard." Guess where how you have to get to Martha's Vineyard on certain only days? By ferry. There there's no way I she stopped picking up the phone. She stopped picking up the phone once I got to Boston. Is that a coincidence? So I don't care, like I said. I don't care. I don't care. I was homeless in every Colorado. I was trying to get a passport so I can go to the UK, which I'm glad I didn't get the passport because they have different laws overseas. It's more better here. It's freedom of speech over here. Thank God. But we're fighting for our freedom of speech here, which thanks to Trump, we have. But let's see. Tom Homan promised he's bringing hell with him. Let's see what he got to say, Mr. Homan. Oh, and that's where Obama lives. Obama lives, he lives there. Martha's Vineyard. Yes. So do you think there's no influence on that? That's okay. She'll mark her words. She'll mark her words. She'll mark her words when she meets God. When she meets God and God go over everything she says because he's trying to do the right thing for the people and she's letting inmates out for rapists, not inmates, rapists out because they the jails are too full. They're trying to meet their quota. Corrupt jails. They need to do something about this to all states. It needs to be something we can do. I mean, all that pull these presidents have to get on the Republicans or the Republicans like me who advocating for Trump, but they have no pull. I mean, why don't they have pull on helping solve crimes like sexual molestation, sexual abuse of a child? Like they have no pull. They have these pulls. They have pulls even when not president. They go on these campaigns and they spend lots of money. Where are these billionaires and trillionaires that are Democrats that pulled out this money for Kamala Harris when they could be pulling out money to help solve this problem? You know what? That's sick, man. I always knew it was wrong to be molested. I was molested by my cousin and my brother and my father. It was sick, man. And that's why I grew so disgusted of all of them. It was just terrible. Like, seriously, how can you do that to your own daughter, your sister, and your cousin? And they laughed about it. They laughed about it. They think it's funny. They're very immature. They think it's funny. That's all they used to talk about. They go off and have sex with each other on orgies and they think it's cute. And they still do it. And it's just disgusting. And now you see why I'm alone and I don't fuck with my family. I may have given my opinion on the Pope, but I don't like to see anybody in that condition. You know, my prayers go out to him. I hope that he makes it and I hope everything remains stable. He works his tail off. You know, I was looking at everything he was doing, and he really works his tail off with what he's doing. And my heart goes out to him. That's what I was thinking too. My prayers go out to him, but let's be realistic. Prayers aren't going to help somebody with double pneumonia. You know, maybe he'll recover from it because work exhaustion, maybe he just need the rest and the medicine, but let's sink into reality here. If, you know, something happened to, let's say, a random guy, just a made up character, let's say he was 90 years old and he caught double pneumonia, and he was known all over the world, and they all prayed for him, and then one thing kind of set it off: sinusitis, inflammation of the sinuses, with a stomach virus, and strep throat, and a high fever coming with it. He would die. And it's nothing the prayers can do about it. It's ultimately up to God. It's not up to us praying, even though our prayers, is helpful, for him to see and encourage him to, in his brain, to want to keep moving on and don't want to stop. But it's ultimately up to God, the God of our understanding. Maybe it's time for him to go home. Who knows? It is so easy to just get all the trends together and let them be amongst each other. Why do they have to excel with girl sports? It's just an insult to injury, man. It's an insult. You don't know how harder girls have to work at sports than men. So what you gonna do if a manager come up to you, let's say at McDonald's, which you'll never get it at McDonald's, and they say, "Well, can you tell me a progress report about how you doing? What makes you want to stay at this job, and what are you doing to change the way the job structure is for the better?" What would you do? You would say, "No, I'm going on strike. I don't need this no more." What would government jobs do? I guess since it's coming from a billionaire, you know, those are the ones that he's going to fire, the ones that resist, because obviously, three measly sentences you cannot sit up there and give an answer to. You must be the ones not showing up for work, don't know what you want to say, or don't care about the job you're doing. Nothing has benefited me. How has any of these government jobs benefited me? I didn't get paid from Social Security until Trump got into office. And the lady from Social Security that was the head of the Social Security got fired and then said she resigned. So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Y'all were prolonging everything that was owed to me until the last minute. Oh my God, he got such an accent on him. Do y'all hear that accent? If they die when they're young, that means that That's messing up our generational pattern. That's messing up our generational pattern. Just think about that. They died when they were 14, 2014, which means that, I mean, 2024. People died that was 14 in 2024. That means that they were born. Let me make sure I do this right. Hold on, y'all. I'm not good with math. I think it's 2014, but I just want to be right. 2010. 2010. And the 2010 babies that will be here is genocide. It's genocide. They're not going to live to 2090 to tell what was going on. They'll be dead. They'll be dead. So yeah, it's sad. I mean, think about what the cartels want. Think about what the cartels want. They don't want to get you high. They're not making a drug to just get you high. They're making a drug to kill you and kill some, especially young people. It's genocide. It's genocide. So we won't be able, it's a gap. It's a gap between our history, and they're adding their history, which they're coming in here having children and adding their history, telling their children about how they feel, what's going on with them, leaving their children here in America, and their children are counter hate have counter hatred between America and Mexico. Hold on. Have hatred between America and Mexico, mostly America, because of what their parents have said, but they live in America. It's just sad. You don't hear of mostly of Mexican children dying of fentanyl. You hear mostly of white and black and American Hispanic children dying at young ages. The runners that run that shit, they don't even use it. They don't use it because they know it's deadly. I never, yeah, I can't say I never used it, but I can say this. I left it alone long time ago, 20 years ago, 2 decades ago, I left it alone. She definitely deserve it. It's like 6 more minutes. She fucking deserved that shit. She works her ass off. Coppin State University, where I graduated with my bachelor's in science and psychology, is a historically black college. Okay, they showing it over, but yeah, she deserved it. I don't want to learn how to flip houses. What I want to learn how to do is matter of fact, I'll put that on pause. I'll put that on pause, and I'll have a new show later on today. So I'll have a show later on today to do. I am so thankful that y'all were able to watch my show, um, the Faulkner Focus. Um, she's a wonderful lady. All of them are at Fox News. And you guys take care, be safe, and I hope that y'all have a nice day. Okay? Bye.
Never waste my time, you are I want.